Panda. I got broads in Atlanta.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy Fame Eclipse here, coming at you guys with a Black Ops 3 live commentary. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys why yesterday, March 29th, 2016, was not a good day for anybody. Now, yesterday was my sister's birthday, and you guys might be asking, why is that such a bad day? The reason being is because yesterday we had to go take my grandfather in for back surgery, and that's just never fun for anybody. It's not fun for him, and it's not fun for us because, you know, it's surgery, and we worry for our well-being, well, the person's well-being, I should say. And that's scary on itself. Now, the rest of the day went pretty fine after all that happened, I had to go to work. But before I went to work, I had to go take my sister to go get her license because she turned 17 yesterday. Now, this is when times turn for the worst. My sister, you know, she's 17. She went for her license, and we got there late because we got lost. And while we got lost, we kept driving around, and my grandfather kept calling us because his surgery wasn't until 11:30. And he called us asking us if my sister, if we got there, if she passed and stuff like that. And every time he called, I said no, she didn't pass, or she didn't take the test yet, so we don't know if she passed. So we got there, I would say an hour and a half late because we got lost. So after we got there, we waited in line for her to get her test and shit done. She drove her car and I drove mine. My grandmother was in the car with her, and she had to drive my car, which she never drove before because she drives a Jeep and I have a Honda Civic. And she wasn't used to driving my car. So while she was driving my car on the test, I noticed they got back a little bit earlier than everybody else did. And I was like, oh, fuck, what happened? And I was like, oh, they must be going to do the parallel parking in the K-turn. But nah, the guy got out the car before doing that. So I was like, oh, shit, she failed. And as soon as she got out of the car, or as soon as the guy got out of the car, my sister looked really upset. I was like, oh fuck, what did he do? And as soon as he gets out of my car, he fucking slams the door. Like, who the fuck are you to slam my door? You might be pissed off because we got there a little late, but there's no reason for you to slam another person's car. Imagine someone did that shit to you. How the fuck would you feel? And that right there was very disrespectful, regardless of what anybody would say. I find that shit disrespectful. And I was about to go off on him because, one, he made my sister cry because he was such an asshole. But my sister came out to me and said, yeah, I failed. And I was like, why? What happened? My sister was like, well, he's so much of an asshole because he said that you need to learn how to drive and shit like that. I'm like, Tatiana, you're a better driver than I am. Why the fuck didn't you pass? And she goes, because when I was driving out and shit like that, cars kept speeding past me, won't let me go through, so he said that's my fault. When I know damn well that's not her fault because you can't control other cars. And this driving test is different from everybody else's because, I don't know why actually. I'm not even gonna justify that right now. But I knew the guy was an asshole from the beginning because he was just really impatient. But he basically said everything that happened out there was my sister's fault, which is a complete lie because every car that, you know, she stopped at a stop sign for 3 seconds, which you're supposed to do, and then you go. She stopped for the 3 seconds and then went, and then he said, you're still moving. What kind of bullshit is that? Like, I would have been mad there. And right before he gets out of my car, while my sister's still in the driver's seat, he goes, you need to learn how to drive. Like, who the fuck are you to say that you need to learn how to drive? Oh my God, sorry guys, my dog's here. Get out! And like, who the fuck are you to tell someone that they need to learn how to drive when none of that shit was their fault? Like, seriously, you shouldn't even be in that. You shouldn't even have that job if you're gonna be an asshole to them. So my sister's next driving date is April 14th, I do believe. So can you guys wish her some luck? I want to see some love for her. And that's not all. Later on that day, we went out to eat. Everything was fine there. And then after we went to go eat, I had to go to work. My sister and grandmother went up to the hospital to go see how my grandfather was. I couldn't do that because I had work. So I'm getting ready for work and shit like that, and I get a call. I'm 2 hours into work. I go on break because I only had a 4-hour shift that day. So I go on break and I go to my car, like I always do. And my sister calls me saying, "Christian, I'm not doing too well." And I thought to myself that something happened to my grandfather because I didn't hear her completely. So I was like, "Oh fuck, Tatiana, tell me what happened." She goes, "I'm not feeling good." I said, "Oh, okay, I thought you meant my grandfather, but that's not good either, that she's not feeling good." So I said, "Why? What's wrong?" Like, and she goes, "I'm nauseous and I'm feeling dizzy." And I said, "Oh, okay." She said, "No, I'm not nauseous, I'm throwing up." I was like, "What the fuck do you mean you're throwing up? Like, what happened?" She goes, "I don't know." And I was like, "Is there anybody home with you?" She said, "My friend was, but now she's not." And I was like, "Why did she leave? Like, someone has to be with you." She goes, "I don't know why." And long story short, I have to call up. I have to go back inside on my break. Like, I'm 2 minutes into my break. It had to be. And she goes, "You have to come home."
Yo, what are these?
And I was like, "Really?" She goes, "Yeah, because I'm still throwing up and I'm shaking and shit like that." I'm like, "Tatiana, you need some help. Like, you need to go to the doctor or something." So I get off of work and I'm going to my house, and right before I leave my job, I had to people were telling me, get her some ginger ale, get her some, what's it called, saltine crackers, because you need something in your stomach. If you're throwing up, you need something in your stomach to throw up. Even if you don't feel like eating, you need something to throw up, because throwing up those enzymes and shit like that is not good. Because that just, I don't know why, but it's just not good, because you need something in your stomach to throw up, or else you're just gonna be gagging. So I got there, and then she lays down after she eats a little bit and drinks a little bit, because she needed something in her stomach. And yeah, she's feeling a little bit better now than she was yesterday, because, you know, she didn't go to school today. Today is just an overall bad day for her. So, no, yesterday was an overall bad day for her. And it was just really bad. Like, I felt so bad for everybody, because nothing really went wrong for me or my grandmother. It was just my grandfather and sister. But I went to go visit my grandfather today, and he's doing good. He's in a lot of pain still. But other than that, he's doing really well. Ooh, the new sniper. Nice. But yeah, he's doing really well. Yes, after yesterday, like, I feel so bad. Like, yesterday was a horrible birthday for my sister, like, overall. Like, nothing went her way at all. And I don't think you understand how bad you, like, that driver was a complete asshole. And my sister, I think she might be going to the same one, I'm not sure. But if I were her, I'd go to a different driving school, because there's no need to go to a driving school where you're not treated correctly or like fair at all. Like, I hope none of you guys have the same experience that my sister has. Like, she's a better driver than I am too, and she knows it, and my grandmother knows it, and my grandfather knows it too. Like, she drives better than, like, anyone in the family, and she didn't pass. That's shocking for everybody in my family to hear. But, like, I don't know what else to talk about, really. But yeah, like, comment down below if you guys had a similar experience, whether it be driving